Hello again, and welcome to the weekly quick tip. This week, we are wrapping up our three-part series on skills that employers want, how to gain and develop those skills, and then also today, we finish up with showing employers that you have the skills that they um, always look for in their new hires. So, we'll start off with a quick recap. So, a refresher of the top 8 skills that employers are looking for. We have problem solving, leadership, communication, professionalism, digital technology, collaboration, intercultural fluency, and career management. Okay, and those are, like we've talked about before, the top skills that employers want to see in their interns and their recent graduates that are going into job one. Um, and last week we talked about how they may seem like really big skills, but you have plenty of time and plenty of different opportunities to gain those skills throughout your time at Albright. So today we're going to wrap up our series by talking about how to convey that you have those skills to an employer. And a lot of times, the best way to convey those skills is through using the STAR format. And you primarily see this on resumes and also in interviews. Um, the STAR format is a great way to help you frame your thought and keep really focused in what you're saying. We keep them super short for resumes because, again, we're trying to keep your resume to one page and all those good things. But then we can expand it during an interview to really tell the whole story and give more context and more clarification. Um, the great thing about a STAR is that it not only emphasizes the skill, but how that particular experience really developed you. How did you use that skill? How did you gain it? How did you apply it to a real life situation? So the STAR format is pretty short and sweet. Okay, we start with situation and or task, so ST. Our A is action, and our R is result. So as we're framing our response to a question like, tell me about a time when you had to work well with a team, then we're going to frame our response with a particular situation or task where we were with the team, the action we took with the team, and then the result. What was the outcome of being involved in that team project? So to give you some examples, maybe our first point that we want to emphasize on a resume is that we have customer service experience, right? Customer service is a great way for us to develop communication skills and problem solving, um, you know, being professional in a high stress environment, things like that. So our situation and task that we want to emphasize is that you provide customer service during transactions. Maybe you're a cashier or a sales associate. Your action then would be that you have to use accuracy and friendly communication. Nobody wants a cashier who's really grumpy, right? And then our result, maybe you get assessed. Maybe there's a customer survey that they have the option to fill out, and you get really positive results on yours, which is great. And we want to highlight that because that's an accomplishment. So then our STAR example, provided excellent customer service by processing transactions in a friendly manner, acknowledged by 97% highly positive experience customer survey response. Okay, so very concise, very close knit. We aren't expanding on a lot of unnecessary detail because we're really honing in on this is my customer service experience. This is what I do that makes me really good at it, and this is how I have proof of it. There isn't always a result. When there is a result, definitely try to show it off, but sometimes there isn't, and that's okay. We have another example here that might be helpful for you. Our situation and our task is you're on the football team, you're captain of the football team, which is a great demonstration of leadership. You provide leadership to the team as captain by motivating teammates on the field and off. Okay, that's a great task. That's a really big role. Um, And it means a lot to the entire team, not just, a few players. So your action is that you use positive communication, you emphasize strengths of the players, and then you also use constructive feedback on areas where some of the players may need to improve. And as a result, you had a winning season, which is awesome. Okay, so then maybe our bullet point for our star would be that you motivated teammates through communication, which emphasized strengths, resulting in a winning season. So again, very brief, very concise, but really demonstrates that you have leadership, and this is how. This is how you've used leadership to have, a success. Another way to look at demonstrating your skills is the what, how, what format. It's a little bit different, but generally the same approach. It's a nice way if you're a more logical person um, to be able to answer these questions rather than look at a big picture scenario and kind of pare it down. So first we would look at what did I have to do? Okay, what was your situation? What was your task? What was your job to do? How did you do it? What was the actions you took? What skills did you use? Who were the other players in the scenario? What was some of the processes you had to follow? What computer skills did you use? How did you resolve that scenario or take care of that situation or task? And then your what was the outcome is your result. What happened because of your approach? So what? You had to work with classmates on a project. Okay. Your how is collaboration, you use delegation, and you use time management. Okay, those are great skills that employers will want to see. And then your outcome is that everyone in your group earned an A, which is pretty good, right? So then we're still going to phrase it the same way, very short, very to the point. Collaborated with 3 classmates for a market research project, utilizing delegation and deadlines to ensure the project was completed, with the whole team earning an A grade. Okay. So as you can see, having this focus on what did you have to do and how did you accomplish it can really help show employers that you have the skills that they're really looking for. If you want practice working with STAR statements or to see maybe interview questions where you might have to demonstrate the skills that they're asking for, check out our guides and tip sheets. You can find those on Handshake, on Canvas, and on our website. And you can certainly find all different resources on developing STAR statements. And of course, you can always ask me for help too. I'm happy to do a mock interview with you, work with you on your resume, or just answer any general questions you have. So that wraps up our 3-part series. I will see you next week for the next weekly quick tip. Have a great week.